The ice is melting in Antarctica, and that is a good thing. While scientists may find it alarming that ice shelves are melting at the bottom of the world, I find it refreshing. Sure, many coastal cities will be lost in this process, but we all knew that this was coming. Hi, I'm Rob, and this is a Constantly Racing Mind. So if you're new here, we cover the genres of sci-fi, horror, action-adventure, prop culture, and all things geek. So if you end up liking this video, please hit the like icon and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Don't look at me with that deer in the headlight gaze. You saw this coming more than a decade ago. Climate deniers say that climate change is happening, but at such a slow rate that it couldn't possibly be caused by humans and our vast industrial way of life. It must be the volcanoes or other stuff that the climate deniers refuse to mention. Never mind that the hole in the ozone layer right above Antarctica. But that's okay. We deserve what we get. Hell, we clamored for it. We begged for it. Me? I live in the Southwest. I hear it's going to be 110 degrees today, but at least it's a dry heat. However, what people don't mention, if you aren't talking to a full-time resident of the Southwest states, not those snowbirds who flee to the heat in March, is that there is a thing here in the desert called monsoons. Torrential rains come in at late in the afternoon with thunder and lightning and maybe some sheets of rain in little pockets around the state. Welcome for an hour or two, but sometimes they overstay their welcome. You know, like your in-laws. It gets hot and humid, and you may get washed away while trying to cross the street. Or if you live in certain Southwest cities, your house might just flood. Good luck with that. Now, I'm looking forward to a nice trip down to the bottom of the world, where the temperature might be a bit chilly, but at least it'll be dry. There are no ice sheets and no frozen tundra like up in Canada. Oh yeah, I hear there is a crap load of methane ready to be released into the atmosphere as the tundra thaws. Good job, humans. What I want to see for myself is the ancient ruins of early civilizations that lived before the world tilted to its current 23 and something degree axis. I want to explore the ruined temples of the elder gods, see the cyclopean structures that confound the mind, look into the vast emptiness of the abyss that has been covered for many millennia, and see who stares back. I want to go where the hollow earthers say Hitler and the like have been hiding out since World War II. Hell, what am I talking about? They're still here. They're all around us. They're everywhere. While I mourn for my hometown on the West Coast and the whole California coastline, they know they are on shaky ground. Too busy looking in the mirror, deciding where they want to dine tonight, or worrying about who is going to offend them next. The same goes for the East Coast. Goodbye Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Boston, Charleston, and Long Island. I can picture a tour boat just outside the flooded Manhattan skyline showing tourists the tops of the skyscrapers and rounding the tip of the Liberty's torch as if it were the tip of an iceberg. Don't think I won't mourn for those who refuse to evacuate. I will. However, when dealing with human beings, there will always be a certain percentage of them who just do stupid things. It's programmed into our DNA, just like the climate change thing. We know from science, the thing we use to explain nature without invoking a higher being when we just can't figure something out, that without the ozone layer, all life on Earth would just cease to exist. On the other hand, too much of a good thing is never a good thing. Just think of alcohol, ice cream, or even cheese. Of course, plenty of those people, you know who I'm talking about, stick to their old-fashioned, almost radical, in today's way of thinking that things were better back then. I remember the past. It was old and dark and dusty and pretty depressing place without my cell phone. Women knew their place in society. People not like us were not quite as good as we were, or so we thought. And who needed safety regulations? Damn the government for interfering in my right to have my body hurled out through my car's windshield into the closest tree. Who needs regulations? Why keep industrial plants from dumping chemical waste into our rivers and lakes? Poor Iron Eyes Cody, I'm sure he is turning in his grave. Who the hell is Iron Eyes Cody? As the great old ones awake from their slumber down below, as their sheets of ice melt away, plagues quarantined from mankind below the ice's surface will also awaken and be let out of their frozen environment, like Pandora's box or of old. Don't worry, climate change is just a theory. Thanks for watching, and take care.